Death is something we all face, yet it remains one of life's greatest mysteries. What exactly happens after we die? For centuries, humans have speculated about life after death through religious, spiritual, and philosophical lenses. But what does science have to say about this profound question? In this video, let's explore the science behind what happens to your body and consciousness after you die. Let's begin with the physical side of death. When someone dies, their body goes through a series of biological changes. The moment of death typically occurs when the heart stops beating and the brain ceases to function. This is called clinical death. Without blood flow, the body is deprived of oxygen, and cells begin to break down. The body starts to cool in a process known as algor mortis, and rigor mortis sets in, causing the muscles to stiffen. After death, the body begins to decompose. Autolysis is the breakdown of cells by enzymes, and shortly after, bacteria from the gut spread throughout the body, aiding in decomposition. The process of decay is natural, and it can take days to months, depending on environmental conditions. But even though the physical body is breaking down, the question remains, what about our consciousness? What happens to our mind after death? From a scientific perspective, consciousness is tied to brain activity. When the brain shuts down, so does our awareness. Studies of near-death experiences have led to intriguing reports of people feeling a sense of peace or even seeing a bright light. But these phenomena are often explained by the brain's response to extreme stress or lack of oxygen. In fact, hypoxia, or low oxygen levels in the brain, can lead to vivid hallucinations that may feel like spiritual or out-of-body experiences. Even after clinical death, some individuals experience what's known as clinical death reversibility. Thanks to advancements in modern medicine, people can be resuscitated after their heart stops, sometimes even hours after death. But once brain activity ceases for too long, typically around 4 to 6 minutes without oxygen, the brain cells begin to die and permanent damage occurs. This is when consciousness, as we know it, ceases for good. While science offers us a clear understanding of the physical processes after death, the question of what happens to the soul or consciousness remains deeply tied to personal belief systems. Some people find comfort in the idea of an afterlife or reincarnation, while others believe death is the final end. Science, however, remains focused on the measurable, the cessation of biological processes, and the irreversible loss of consciousness. Ultimately, the mystery of what happens after we die is one that science hasn't fully answered, and perhaps never will. But the scientific understanding we do have helps us appreciate the fragility of life. The moments we live, the choices we make, and the connections we form with others are what truly define our existence. While we may not know what lies beyond death, understanding the science behind it can help us approach life with more awareness, gratitude, and mindfulness. What happens after death, one of life's greatest mysteries.